To start using Python, you have to first download the right version that you need for your Python. There are many versions in Python and you have to choose the one that you need. The latest versions are also available in the same internet. You can refer. For example, if you type Python software free download in Google page, it will show you the list of links from which you can download your Python. The first link will be obviously the official web page of Python, python.org. From here you can download all the versions that are released in Python. Click on this, you will have the page displayed here. The latest version for Windows is being displayed in the front, and if you want to download some other versions, you can choose. Different Python versions are available for different OS like Windows, Linux, Mac OS and others. The file which is used for Windows cannot be used for Linux and vice versa. So if you are using a particular OS, you have to choose the appropriate file. So I am clicking on Windows, and here there are different Python releases for Windows OS. I have to choose the right version that I need. See here there are different versions in Python: 3.8.5, 3.8.4, 3.8.4, RC1. Likewise, you have different versions, and now for example I am choosing the version 3.8.5. So, and again depending on your system configuration, you have to choose the 64-bit or 32-bit installer. This laptop is 64-bit, so I am trying to choose this installer, Windows x86 64-bit executable installer. Don't click on the other things, click on the executable installer. You will get directly the exe file. A screen like this will be opened and this file can be saved. Now this exe is saved in downloads. This will take only fraction of seconds. So it is very easy to download. I am copying it and storing it in the required location. I am copying it, copy. Or if you want to directly run from there, you can run. Or if you want to use it again, you can store it in the desired location. To install Python, click on this saved file. It will ask for two options: install now or customize installation. Just press install now, but before start giving this, add Python 3.82 path. This should be checked. This option should be checked. Otherwise, this Python 3.8 version will not be added to your path. And later you have to add this path manually in the control panel environment variables. If you want that path, Python path, to be by default added into your system path, click on this and now press install now. The installation progress can be seen and it can be completed within a minute. And hence it is very easy to install Python. Now the Python setup was successful and it is installed properly. Close this button, and now if you want to open the Python script, you have to click this start button and type IDLE. IDLE is the guide screen where the Python editor window can be opened. Click on this. Yes, new screen like this will be opened, similar to the command prompt screen, where we can type simple programs or simple expressions. For example, I am giving a equal to 45, and in the next statement, if I want to display the value of a, it can be done easily, because in this cell screen all the variables that you are using will be stored in the workspace, and you can retrieve the value of the variables later. Now to display the value of a, I can directly press a, or you can use a print statement, print of a. This is also possible. Both statements will give you the value 45. Suppose if you have only simple statements or simple expressions to be executed, 56 minus 89 into 2. Likewise, if you have simple expressions, they can be given in the command prompt itself. Or if you have large program with many statements included, don't give here, because here the proper indentation cannot be given. Since in Python the curly braces are not there, indentation is very much required for all the statements. So better go for the new file. Click on this file and new file. A new screen like this will be opened, where you can type your program. Type your program. For example, I am typing it as a equal to 7. Next, print of a. You can print, and after typing your program, you can write any number of statements in this program, and the next thing you have to do is save this program in a location. You can store anywhere in your system. I am storing it in the desktop and giving a name. I am giving the file name as a or sample, and the default extension of all Python programs will be .py. Click save. Now the file will be saved, and at the top of your screen you will have the file name sample.py. For executing this program, just a simple operation. Click on this run tab. In the run tab you have an option run module. Press this run module, or the shortcut key is F5. Click this. The output will be displayed here. So what is the program? A equal to 7, print of a. So the value of a, 7, is printed in the command prompt. This is just an editor window that you are trying. If you want to run a Python program in an online compiler, you can open a browser where you can type as online Python compiler. There are different Python compilers, and you can choose the compiler which you need. Here, for example, I am choosing this programmis.com. For running Python programs in online compiler, you need not install anything. You can directly open the browser and you can start typing your program. For example, here they have by default it is written as print of hello world. You can write all the programs in the left side and click on run button. The output will be displayed on the right side. You can have some other programs also. A equal to 67, print of a. The output will be displayed here. Similarly, you can write any number of statements in a Python program in the left hand side, and on the right side you will get the output. This is one of the online compilers. For example, I am choosing another online compiler, onlinegdb.com. You can click on this. Different compilers, online compilers will have their different formats. Here also print hello world. Click the run button. The output will be displayed at the bottom. In some compilers the output will be displayed at the right side, and in some compilers it will be displayed at the bottom. And remember, when you are trying to print something, here if you start inserting a quotation, if you click on double quotation, automatically the closing quotation mark is inserted. Unlike your notepad or IDLE screen, here the closing parenthesis or closing quotation will be automatically inserted, and all the keywords will be also given as clue for you, hint for you. Click on run. So hello world hi will be displayed. Suppose if you are not having any edited screen, you can directly type your Python program in the notepad. For that, just open a notepad like this or notepad++, any edited screen, and start typing your program. X equal to 67, next print of X. This is your Python program, and here indentation should be given carefully because you have to provide spaces appropriately. In your online compilers or some other versions, the spaces, indentation, spaces, quotation marks, everything will be automatically inserted, but here you have to give everything manually. So we should be very careful in giving this program in the notepad, and then save the program. While saving, you have to do it very carefully because we have to give the extension. If you want to store a program written in notepad as a Python program, start with double quotation and give the file name first. I am giving the file name as first.py. The extension .py is the basic extension of all Python programs. So close this double quotation. Whenever you are giving something, some file name dot extension within double quotation, the corresponding file will be stored in the given extension rather than save as type. So here click on save. Now this file will be saved as .py, first.py. See here, first.py is